Hello everyone, welcome to Force Galaxy. Hope you are doing good. So in this March, we will be working with the different scenarios related to the Salesforce flow. Salesforce flow. So I was getting so many comments to start with the Salesforce flow. So I will try to share some of the slow flow scenarios from my end. And if you guys are having some of the scenarios related to the flow, you can also share that too. So from basic to complex, we'll try to cover most of the scenarios. And another thing is, if you guys are looking for the Salesforce training, you can join us. That is, you can check out the details from the Force Galaxy website. And if you have any queries or want to know some of the details related to the training program, you can join us or contact to me directly. Okay, so we'll be starting our March batch also related to the Salesforce training program. Okay, so you can check out the same and get back to me for related to any queries. So let's start with today's scenario. Hello everyone, so welcome to the another scenario. So this is the flow on which we are working. This is the screen flow. Till now, we have created the screen where the contact field we have added or the fields we have added so that we can create the contact record. So we are using name, email, title, and in the last value, we have seen how we can add the pick list field over the screen flow. So currently this screen is over the record page. Okay, so this is the account record page and we have used the API or the variable using the API name record ID. We are able to get this current page record ID and due to which it is creating the related contact record. Let's suppose instead of this record page, what if I will going to add this this screen flow over my app page or over the home page. So at that time, how we will going to relate this contact to the account. Okay, so today we will going to see this only. Okay, so when this is added to the home page or to the app page, that is any screen is added there and we want to do the or provide the lookup values also to relate the current record with the lookup field. So how we will going to relate it. So basically we will going to see today how you can add the lookup fields to your flows, to your screen flows. Okay, so let's add that screen flow here, edit page. So we're going to add our screen flow here. So the name of our screen flow is screen flow 01, I think. So let's search for flow first. So we're going to drag it here. Let me remove this one. Okay, so this is the flow and here we're going to add the screen flow. Okay, and currently this time if you will see there is no checkbox. Earlier when we are using this same flow over the record page, so the checkbox was also available for the record ID. Using that checkbox, this flow is able to access the current page record ID. But currently you are on the home page, so there is no value of the record ID or from where you will going to get. So there is no way to get the record ID. So checkbox is also not available to you here to add the record IDs. Okay, so this input field is available. Here you can add any variable or any record ID, but that will be static. Related to that only it will going to create, but we want it to be dynamic. Whatever the user wants to relate the contact to the account, he can able to do this. Okay, so we're going to save this and then we'll move forward towards our flow and check how we can provide the lookup fields to the flow. Let's go back. So here is my flow. Okay, so let's try to create one of the contact. So when you click on next, a record will be created, contact record will get created, but it will not be going to relate with any of the account. Okay, so our step is to relate this with the account also. So here account name is black, this is created. So let's go to our screen flow. So this is the flow. Over the screen, we will now going to add the lookup field also so that we can able to relate it with the account also. Okay, so from here, you will going to select the lookups. So we're going to drag it here, lookup. And now here you will going to provide the API name, whatever the name you want to provide to this field. Okay. So we're going to provide it account lookup. So this is the API name. Okay. Now the field API name here, you will going to add the API name of the field for which is available on the current record. So currently you are creating the contact record. On the contact record, what is the lookup of this field? You will going to provide the same lookup name or sorry field name, API name here itself. So if we go to the object manager, this is my contact. Okay, we'll go to the edit object. I want to provide the account lookup. So what is the API name of that account? You will going to provide that same API name towards into the screen flow. Okay, so here for the account, the lookup API name is account ID. So the same name you will going to enter here. Okay, the account ID. Now you can provide any look name. The same name will be visible to you here. Okay, now this is done. Now finally comes the object API name. So object API names, which means where this API name is available or the field name is available, that the object name you will going to specify. So we're going to specify here contact. Okay, that is the source object. So if we go to the information, so here it is asking you API name of the source object from where this API field is coming, that object name you will going to specify here. Okay, so it is contact. We're going to add contact here. Okay. So this is contact is added, and on contact the API name of the account field is account ID. So these two fields you need to be very make sure that these two fields are correct. Then only you will going to get the lookup correct lookup. Okay. Now this is done. Now you can add the values for maximum selection. Currently I just will going to go with the one selection only. Then any hard-coded record ID you can provide. Record ID collection. Do you want to make it required? True or false you can select, and then the component visibility you can select here based on any values you want this field to be visible. Okay, and then validate input, again validations also you can add here. Now this is advanced. In the advanced you will see the checkboxes there. We will going to discuss about this checkbox also in our upcoming scenarios. Okay, when to use this checkbox and how using this we are able to hold the values. Okay, and this is the same but revisited screen. When you go to for the next screen or comes to the back screen, what do you want the values to be remain same or it should get refreshed? Okay, so from these checkbox you can maintain that too. So this is done. Now click on done, and finally the create record is we are doing here. Let's see, do we need to make any changes? So the account ID, we are passing earlier the record ID, which is coming from the current page. But this time we will going to make it map with the lookup field. This is the account lookup, okay, which we have added to the screen flow. So whatever the user will going to select into this account lookup, the same ID, the record ID, we will now going to pass to account ID. Okay, so this needs to be now account lookup. Earlier from the record page, we are directly mapping the record ID, but this time from the account lookup field, we will going to get the ID. This is done. Now let's activate this. Save as a new version. And then we will going to activate this. Okay, now let's go back to the home page and let's refresh this. So here is our screen flow, and this time you will see that the lookup field is also available here. When you will going to click on this, all the account values, it will going to give you, and as per your need, you can select. Okay. Now, whatever the value you want to select, you can select, and if you want to search any values, you can add the numbers and values. It will give you the same account. Okay, so let's relate this one and let's click on next. So account record is created with the related contact. Let's go to our contact. So here this is created and also get related to the account. So whenever there is a need or the requirement when you have to add your screen flow to the home page or to the app page whenever you want to launch them from home page or app page. And in such cases, record ID cannot be accessible based on the record pages. So you can use these lookups. So lookup field we will going to add on our screen flows, and we're going to specify the API name and the object source. Based on that, the particular lookup will be available and you can relate the contact or any record with the parent. Okay, so hope this is clear. If you have any issues, any question, any query, do let me know. And next scenario, we will going to enhance with this flow only, that is with this screen, and we'll see what is the use of the checkboxes which we have not used yet, that is the manually assigned variables and all. Okay, so thank you so much.